sports fans, and thank you for listening to State of My Sports, where we talk about State of Michigan sports and State of Michigan beer. If you aren't following us on social media yet, please do so by searching State of MI Sports. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast along with our YouTube channel so you do not miss an episode. For even more content, check out our website, stateofmisports.com. Before we get into the episode, we want to give a shout out to our sponsors. The Hops Brewing Company and Cafe is the official brewery of State of My Sports. Siciliano's Market helps us pick out the best Michigan beers for each and every episode. Also, Caleb from Mac Web Design helped us get our website created. So check out all of our sponsors and let them know that we sent you. All right, episode 101. Episode 100 was a blast. I had a really good time with you guys doing that. But we are at episode 101 now, and we're gonna chat. What is that? You know what that is?
What, the little
Mike's turn.
thing?
We'll have to
Yeah.
is that what it is?
Yeah.
We haven't had that in a while. So
Hold on, let me.
yeah, you.
I don't know
It's
why.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Mine
All right.
did it.
Yeah, I won't do it anymore.
That little popping?
So you guys just must really be terrible at your job. I guess I don't know.
All
I'm
right.
not being paid, I'm not being paid,
If
so
you,
that
if you
doesn't bother
shared
me.
it on your Facebook page, it wouldn't happen. I don't think.
I
But-
don't have Facebook.
Yeah, so all right, where are we at? What we're going to talk about is
Won't.
we were going to talk a little bit about the Super League that was going to affect sports, but that's really doesn't seem to be happening. We're still going to talk about it and kind of relate it to sports here in the U.S., and then we're going to talk about the Detroit Lions and have a mock draft 5.0, and hopefully we can get the audience involved, make it fun. So get a pen and paper ready if you're on and comment who you would pick at each of our picks. And then we are also going to let's just not play with that one anymore. It's probably my bad. It might be a chord or something issue.
Yeah, it's all right. Don't worry.
We're
turn myself off.
gonna have some fun with King Kyle's Cup of Questions, and we are going to talk some betting in our Betting Hero segment, along with grading some Siciliano's Market Michigan beers. I am Sam Waltart. With me today, we got Kyle Fossey, Ryan Waltart, and Mike Smith. John Dornbos working behind the scenes. Ready to drink some Michigan beer. Ready to talk some Michigan sports and have a good time doing it. But before we get into that, I mean, Ryan, so Mike, I know Max's first game was rained out, right?
Yep.
So that's too bad.
Yep.
But when is that? Was it Friday coming up?
Yeah, Friday coming up.
Nice.
Yep.
I bet. Is he pretty excited? His practice is going well and
He's
stuff?
pumped. He got his jersey Monday.
Nice.
So
what number is he?
He's number 2.
Perfect.
Jeter.
Good choice. And then Ari had his first game, Ryan's son.
Yeah, he did.
And you said, how'd it go?
Fielding was like better than you could ever dream of. He had like a diving backhanded stop, stepped on
That's
second
awesome.
base
That's awesome.
to get the force out, and then went to throw the ball to first for a double play and almost turned it. So
That's pretty
he
sweet.
was
That's
6 years
awesome.
old.
In
It was
coach
awesome.
pitch.
In coach pitch, yeah.
That's awesome.
Hitting was rough.
Yeah.
And this dude, I mean, Ari has been hitting baseball since he was a year and a half.
Yeah.
So I never thought that hitting was going to go that badly, but he had this weird thing going. I don't know if you can see like Facebook Live, but he had this like little bat flick where he was putting it out in front of his face and above his head, kind of like this.
Oh, really? So
Like a-
kind of who
like a
used
Gary
to do that?
Sheffield
Gary
type.
yeah, I was gonna
Problem
say.
with that is like physics 101. If you go one direction, it goes the exact opposite direction, right?
Yeah.
So it takes a lot of strength to hold the bat
Interesting.
barrel in the zone. So his bat was dropping straight down. He was missing everything low. Like if the ball was high, he was swinging high, missing low. If
Okay.
if the ball was low, he was swinging low, missing low.
All right.
So then we worked on it today. Everything's worked out. I'll give you an update next week.
Yeah.
How everything goes moving forward.
Free
But-
betting lessons for our listeners.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right,
Yeah. He's got it figured out now. He's back to crushing the ball, hitting bombs.
That's
So.
good. That's
I'm going
good.
to send my boys to Ryan for that.
You honestly should, yeah.
Yeah, they would probably love that.
Kyle, did you have a good week/weekend?
Yeah. Didn't we talk Saturday? You had a busy, because you were coaching.
I did. Yeah, I coached
You were coaching,
my
yeah.
son's first game Saturday.
How was that?
The boys are a little rough
Yeah.
rough to watch.
How old?
They don't listen very well. Probably 4 to 5, 4 to 6. I
Easton
think.
was awesome, though.
Easton did a good job. I was
Yeah.
proud of Easton.
It's a tough
Um,
age to focus.
It really is. Yeah. It was rough. But Peyton's team is awesome. The girls listen amazing, and
You
girls are
coach
so much
both?
easier. Yeah, I am coaching both for some reason. I don't know why. But they needed coaches for the boys, so I jumped in there and
Yeah.
saved the day.
What a nice guy. Real
yeah.
nice guy.
Exactly. But before we get into some of our beer introductions and all that stuff, we did want to talk a little bit about it was going to be the Super League. That was kind of the big thing that was swirling. Kyle, can you kind of tell us what was happening and where we're at right now, and maybe we can relate it to some college football talk?
Yeah. I was trying. Somebody asked me today, try to explain this and I kind of heard something about this, like explain it to a child. Basically, the 6 or however many teams from every best league, Italy, Spain, and the English Premier League, were going to form a midweek league where it wouldn't take away from playing in the other leagues. It was fine, but they wanted more competition because how all the economics work in this, and it's very different from American. Some of these teams that are like the best, like Real Madrid, I think they said lost $400 million last year.
Holy smokes.
And some of it can be from just not having, maybe they don't make the Champions League. Maybe they don't, so they're not playing as many games, whatever it could be. But this was kind of a shot to make it look more American, right?
Okay.
And that was, I think, what people were really pushing back on over there.
Okay.
You have American owners. You have,
Yeah.
The same team, the same guys, I think, that own the Red Sox own Liverpool. Stan Kroenke, who owns...
His
Really?
name sounds very familiar. What does he own?
Who's the NFL team in Vegas?
The Raiders, but he doesn't own them.
It'd be the Rams then, I think.
Okay.
I think the Rams owner owns Arsenal. There's the Chelsea owner is a Russian billionaire.
Okay.
Man, I want to be a Russian billionaire. How cool would that be?
I'd rather be an American billionaire.
Yeah, I mean that too, but like
XRP.
Billionaire's billionaire.
Yeah, yeah.
Multi-country
So that was kind of what. So they were going to play this midweek of only the best teams.
Yeah.
They'd have incredible viewership, incredible but there's no promotion relegation in this league.
Okay.
And I don't know if you guys are familiar with that at all.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
You have like 20 teams in the Premier League. I can't remember the exact number even, but the top 4 go to the Champions League. The bottom, is it 3 or 4? No,
4. I think it's 4, right?
Is it 4? Yeah.
Drop down.
The bottom 4 get relegated to leagues below it.
It's kind of a cool idea.
It's awesome. I love that.
So what did you think of this idea? Did you like it? You were kind of behind it. It sounds
I
like.
kind of was, but everybody hated it so much.
Yeah.
I guess I was. The problem is you have these 6 teams in Europe, right? Or sorry, in England. They would make so much more money. There's no salary caps here.
Yeah,
right?
and they're also cutting out FIFA, so they don't have to pay any of them.
And
basically.
that system is the one I hate. I think it's very broken. UEFA and FIFA, and they were like not really messing with it, but they would have made a ton more money. It probably would have made them more elite. It probably would have made
And it would have got probably better ratings in the United States if they're playing midweek.
And that was the thing. Like
people would be streaming that on their
Absolutely.
phone while they're at work, betting on it, all that kind of stuff. People would love that.
It'd be like it's like the teams you guys have actually heard of, right?
Yeah.
Arsenal playing Manchester United, Manchester.
And I'm sure Messi's on one of those teams.
Barcelona.
He's on Barcelona. Yeah, but they were in it. They were one of the teams.
Of course, yeah.
But basically, it sounds like a lot of the teams are starting to drop out because I don't know if it was players or fans that are putting up a big fuss about it.
There was a peaceful protest today that was actually peaceful.
Good for them. Good for them. Can we just celebrate that?
What country was it? Not America.
This was in
There's
England.
no way it worked out in America.
Chelsea, at Chelsea, they wouldn't let the players off the bus.
Holy
They
smokes.
blocked the. I guess that's not completely peaceful, is it? But
No.
they blocked the bus and
What is-
said, "You're not going to go. Like you can't get to this game.
I'm going to restrict your freedom.
Yeah.
And eventually, I think they let him through or whatever. But it was just fan backlash. I think.
Wow.
Like,
So
the change.
Yeah.
Europeans do not like change.
No.
I mean, they are so old school. They have their
They are.
system, and they don't want like
and
this
these teams
crazy
were
up.
were founded in these little towns.
Yeah, they
where
like to keep it that way.
They want it that way, but all these owners are like, they sold out
Yeah.
to Americans and to Russians and to.
Well, and I can see the problem with that because if you are Juventus and you want to go play all these other other leagues and everything, and they're the ones making the money, then obviously they're going to keep the best players and then destroy all the rest of the teams in their league.
They probably would. Yeah.
So that's maybe an unfair advantage to all the other teams and
So
the
then
leagues
would
that are
you-
left out.
Yeah. So then
Like,
would you
does
look at?
Tottenham? Would Tottenham be involved with that?
I think they were in this. They
No,
were
I was thinking
they're the worst, but
Name a team out of the English league that would not have been in this.
Brighton.
Brighton. So you think Brighton would be able to overcome the lack of income,
Never.
against against all
If
these
they-
teams that would have gone from the English league. There's no way.
No way. And that was kind of the problem. So you'd almost have to in that league or in the Premier League. Then you'd have to transfer to some sort of salary cap type of thing, which they don't. What Ryan says, right? They don't want change. They don't want any change, but it's gonna have to change because these teams are not going to continue to not make the big money they should be making simply because UEFA or FIFA or whoever it is says no. This is the way we've always done it. They won't.
I
These
feel
owners,
like
they won't do it.
It would be a lot like the NCAA football and basketball, kind of getting the top 12 teams. Be like, screw you, NCAA. And we're starting our own thing. We're going to be our own team type thing. And it would it would screw up the landscape, but it would probably be good. Like, because NCAA is broken.
It is.
And I hate the NCAA. Everybody that listens knows that. Yeah. And I feel like the tradition would break with it, and it would suck for the fans. But then, like, it would actually be good for everybody.
You get
in a lot
over
of
it.
ways.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I felt with this. Like, if they could find a way, although what Ryan was just explaining, I don't know how you'd fix it, really, I guess. And that's the concern. Because there's so much money involved.
Yeah, it does make sense, though. If you're going to get one Premier League, then you have to join forces with all the leagues. They have to come together at some point. And the same way that those teams drop out and they go to different tiers or classes, you'd see the same thing. You just have less in each tier. So, interesting thought. I think it'll probably eventually get there.
Yeah.
I do, too.
It is time to introduce our Michigan beers for this episode, but before we do, I want to remind everyone of our partner, Siciliano's Market. They are simply the best beer store in West Michigan, located on Lake Michigan Drive, right between Grand Valley State University's main campus and downtown Grand Rapids. Wherever you live in West Michigan, it is worth the short drive for what they have to offer. Whether they know what you want or need some help from their expert staff, Siciliano's Market is the best place for that. They not only have a massive and up-to-date inventory of the best craft beers from across our great nation, they are individually priced so you can mix and match to build your own six-pack. They obviously have a great selection of craft beer. They also have specialty wines, spirits, ciders, coffee, tea, tobacco, and cigars. Siciliano's Market also has the largest selection of homebrew and winemaking supplies in West Michigan. We love that Siciliano's Market is part of the State of My Sports family, and it is who we visit to help us choose our Michigan beers for each and every episode. So please check them out and let them know that we sent you. I am drinking from Big Lake Brewing Company their lemonade beer. Obviously, with the weather, it was getting warm for a bit, not so much anymore. Everybody likes kind of the summer shandy. Everybody kind of likes that in the summertime.
I don't.
No? Well,
it's too sweet.
It's one of my favorite beers, like on the golf course. So.
I can see that from you.
Thanks, man.
Very.
I'm not gonna take offense to that, but I mean, it's a great looking can. It screams summer.
It's 30 degrees outside.
Would you like it in the winter solstice?
Yeah, right. Obviously, Big Lake Brewing is in Holland, Michigan. Like I said, their lemonade beer. I did see a percentage on here earlier. Oh man, I wish this was easier to find. I always have a hard time with theirs to find the alcohol by volume, but I'll give you a little more information during my beer grade. But for now, I mean, it tastes pretty tasty here. So, Kyle, what are you drinking over there?
I have Farmhouse IPA from Waypost Brewing in Fenville, Michigan.
Yeah, this is the first time we've drank that.
Yeah. 6% by volume. Farmhouse IPA. It says hop aromas shine brightly in this Belgian-leaning Indian Pale Ale. Ripe, radiant, tropical fruit gives way to crisp, snappy finish. No rough edges here. This one is designed to stay light on its feet.
What is a snappy finish?
I don't know. I'm hoping to be able to.
Like that.
I mean, maybe I can get that.
I did it that time.
Like, done.
Right?
Yep.
And did we hear something from these guys? They said they're let's see, the patio and the tasting room are now open, where they must have been closed.
Yeah, they must have been closed
maybe
for
with
a while
COVID,
there.
with everything like that. And they are really starting to get out in the wild. They said so. They're everything seems to be hitting distribution now and starting to hit shelves and beer stores. And
they only have the bottles right now, but they're like just a day or two away from starting to can and getting that out to everybody.
Sweet.
So if you're in West Michigan, I know they have it at Siciliano's. They actually told me the same thing when I was picking it up and picking it out or whatever when they were helping me.
Very nice.
I mean, just keep an eye out for them. We'll let you know how this one is.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Ryan?
Did you say A?
I did. I don't know why. I think I'm like
Speaking
nervous
of
or something.
I think it's time for a brewery in Alpena, Michigan,
A?
which is getting up there.
There you go.
Austin
That's
Brothers.
true.
So I'm drinking Blood Brothers IPA from Austin Brothers in Alpena, and this is an unfiltered IPA that is brewed with blood oranges, giving Blood Brothers a crisp and refreshing citrus nose and flavor profile that a beer is best enjoyed on a bright sunny day. So it is dark in this basement. It's not a bright sunny day right now,
Yeah.
and it's still good. I can already attest to that.
Nice.
What you got?
I'm going to go a little bit more north. I'm going to go to Blackrocks in Marquette, Michigan.
Nice.
This is called My Kiss
Nice, eh? He'll
IPA.
never live it down.
No.
It's an American IPA. It's a well-hopped, bright, bold, succulent American IPA.
Whoa.
Succulent.
Yeah.
And
Saucy.
this is a 7.5%, and it's got good flavor so far.
Nice.
What's the name of the brewery?
Blackrocks.
Blackrocks.
Blackrocks. We got to go there
Blackrocks.
sometime.
Somebody
I'd love
commented,
to go to Marquette.
and if we can find that comment, I don't know how to right now. But somebody commented and said that this is their all-time favorite beer, and they were pumped that they found it. I don't know if it was
Seriously.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull
Which
it up.
one? Micah's?
Yeah, the one Mike is drinking. Someone said that. Let me pull it up. Sorry, this is terrible.
Let me see that
Terrible
can, Micah.
podcast stuff here.
I just
Is it like a trout?
Here we go.
Marquette. I mean, it's like the biggest city in
kinda
the
cool.
UP, right?
I got it. All right. Caleb Henderson. He said, "My Kiss by Blackrocks is my new favorite. Just found it last week. He liked their 51K before that. So
I think that's their flagship IPA. That's a real good beer.
Have
Yeah,
we done
for
them, reviewed those before?
yeah, we've
Blackrocks?
done some Blackrocks. I know
Yeah.
that for sure. I'm not sure which ones, but I feel like we've done a few of them.
Nice.
Yeah. It is time to get into our main topic for episode 101. But before we do that, I want to remind everyone that the Hops Brewing Company and Cafe is open and pouring some of the best craft beers in West Michigan. Their revamped food menu, rotating taps, wine, and ciders make the hops perfect for whatever you have going on, from dinner with the family to late night drinks with some friends and everything in between.
Did that.
The hops. Thank you. You just you can't do that to me.
I don't know. Nobody's allowed to talk.
Yeah, why?
Like we can't talk about the hops as our official sponsor. Didn't you guys just go there?
Yeah, I like the hops. That's why I said it. Did
That's what I'm
that,
saying. Like, yeah, you guys just
continue.
you
Sam.
put your money where your mouth is.
You
Just-
know better
Just
than
like
that.
inhale and then exhale and keep going.
Yeah.
The Hops is becoming a staple in the West Michigan restaurant community that we highly recommend to our friends and listeners. The Hops is the official brewery of State of My Sports in 2021, and if you mention State of My Sports, you'll get a nice little discount off of your first beer.
Did you guys mention State of My Sports?
Oh,
when you
yeah,
went
a few
there?
times.
Saturday,
A few times.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
couldn't not. Yeah, trying to get that discount. You know?
Exactly. Yeah, we didn't tell them we were on the podcast. We were just State of My Sports.
Save my sports. Save my sports.
Yeah.
You guys keep coming in here saying that.
Yeah, what
This
is
is a
going
big deal. I'm really glad to be.
It says State of My Sports on your mug, sir.
I'm really glad that they're still a partner with this podcast, and it's a
Yeah,
great partnership.
yeah, I'm
excited
really
about
excited.
it.
Obviously, we kept mentioning them the best that we could. Knew that it would work out, and we worked. Dotted some
In
I's,
good faith.
crossed some
Cross
T's.
the T's.
Yeah,
Like I said, we
Yeah.
we operated in good faith.
in good faith, we got it
Um,
done, and I'm really excited. We're
Half
actually
crossed
going to
the
be there
L's.
in a few weeks with the new brewer Ben. Introduce him to our listeners and just kind of dive into
Did you
that
guys meet him
relationship.
Saturday?
No, he wasn't there on Saturday.
Did you guys get your mugs from last year's mug club?
They're still just
Still there.
still.
Can
just
we have them
using
now?
I don't know.
Well,
We'll talk about that off air.
Oh, okay, all right.
We got some
It was
info to
a
tell you.
tough year, man. Just,
Yeah, it's very, very tough here.
Oh, it was for no. I'm not.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Do you remember that?
But what we're gonna get into is the mock draft stuff.
Do you remember
Kyle,
that?
you want to start out? So you're gonna kind of run this for us, right?
I'm gonna run it, but I didn't.
Can
know
you-
you wanted me to explain.
Can
it.
you want me to explain it?
I'll
Well, I mean-
explain it. So a mock draft is when we pretend a draft happens and we go through the
And
results.
We're the GM.
So basically, the key to this one is we're gonna make the picks as they're coming and who's available, and then we're gonna kind of work our way through to their very next pick. So we kind of build our own picks based on who's available. So it's like, let's say we take an offensive lineman first. You don't want to take an offensive lineman that fell in the second round as well. It kind of just changes the landscape of our draft, and we're going to kind of talk about who came up with the best draft overall.
Can we go through what picks are available right now? We have
Yeah.
first, second, third, fourth, fifth rounds, right? Nothing
Yeah,
after that.
so the
But
Lions only have 5 rounds. So that's what we're going to work on. There are two picks in the third round. And then, so that's kind of
Here's the
how it's
thing,
going to
right?
go. And Kyle's got a mock draft that he's going to go off of and
Right.
kind of tell us some players who's available, and then we can also kind of just talk about it. But if you want to hit that music there,
Prime time.
and so yeah,
Pumped
I
about
should have
this,
I should have
guys.
talked to you about this before. I want you to read the first 6 picks.
No, yeah, I got
Then
you.
we'll do the Lions, and then we'll kind of jump to the next
Then
round.
one of
We
the
don't
next
have to
ones.
read all
Yeah,
of
yeah,
them.
yeah.
So.
also, thank you for doing that so I don't have to.
Oh, sure,
I
yeah.
think you're better at it than me.
Well, yeah.
You just have to go in realizing Sam's gonna yell at you a lot. You know what I mean? Like you know that. Like
I know that. Yeah. Either way, you got natural talent that I wish I had.
Right. Button pressing.
What did you say behind my back? That's what I want. They say he's right in front of me.
Much worse.
I don't think I should repeat it.
No, he knows.
All right, good stuff. All right.
Okay, so in the first pick is the Jaguars. Who do we think they're taking? Trevor Lawrence.
There you go. They should take Zach Wilson, but
And that is who the Jets
that's a different
have on this. I don't know whose mock draft this is.
Yeah, we'll get that at the end.
Oh, okay. Yeah. They did take Zach Wilson. The 49ers take quarterback Mac Jones.
Nice. Mac Jones, number 3 overall.
So that's big.
Is this music too loud
Yeah,
or what?
yeah, bring it down just a teeny bit. I can't hear myself thinking. Then
Yeah.
there we go.
Chaos in my head.
There we go. I
Might
did
have
tell.
been
I did
good.
tell him to keep it up.
I know you
So-
just got done saying keep this stuff loud. Everybody likes it.
Pump
I
it
want
up.
loud from the
All
iPad.
right,
Well, I
let's
can't
go.
think, so thank
I
you.
don't talk like that.
You're right. It's
All right.
hey, keep it loud. I'm glad you didn't hear that.
All right, sweet.
At number 4, the Falcons are taking tight end Kyle Pitts.
All right. All right. That's
early.
big for the Lions too.
Yeah.
I like that.
Then we got some wide receivers going here. The Bengals are going to take Jamar Chase. The Dolphins are then going to take Jalen Waddle.
Whoa. Okay.
So
and now, do I say? I don't say.
don't
who-
tell.
Okay.
No,
No. Yeah,
we're
yeah.
not even gonna know who the Lions take here.
Doesn't really-
But
It doesn't
we
matter.
don't need to talk about because we're all making the picks. My pick's in.
Wait, no trading.
No
We're
trading.
picking at 7 here.
Penei Sewell fell. You run to the podium and you take him at 1. That's a no-brainer to me. I would be okay with trading down, but if he is there, you better get a freaking ton to trade down because you're giving up a future asset to the league right there. You take Penei Sewell.
Now they can still pick Penei Sewell, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
that's who I'm taking.
Go ahead, Ryan.
Oh, come on, man. I just pointed to you. All right, my pick is in. You know what? I actually agree with you. I'm going Penei Sewell.
That you're changing your I'm convincing you, or
Penei-
some other people are in
Penei
film.
Sewell does not drop to 7 very often.
No, he doesn't.
That's the difference.
It's huge.
And I just think with the direction that Brad Holmes and this coaching staff have brought them
Flawless.
to, and Campbell, like they talked about, biting their kneecaps or whatever they
Yeah.
take out their kneecaps, like
Then
all the
get
weird
somebody
stuff.
that's
say
gonna
that,
beat
didn't
other
he?
people up.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that's the kind of guy that he wants. Like, okay, prove it.
Yep.
And how are you going to prove that? You go get an offensive line. You make that your staple. That's
Yep.
who you are as a team. You're tough. You protect the quarterback. You run the football. You're able to do all those things. Get the best one in the draft.
Micah.
It kills me to not take. Sorry. Oh,
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's tough to pass on some of the talent there.
I
but
love
feel
Smith.
like that's
I
the way
love
to go.
Smith, but I got to go with Penei Sewell.
Okay. Pick us in. Devontae Smith is available, right?
He is
At this
yeah.
point, yes.
Yes, sir.
I'm going with Devontae Smith.
It kills me not to take him.
Yep.
I'd love that too.
Where does DeMonte Smith go in this mock draft?
Number 12 to the Eagles.
Okay. So that could be a trade down.
That could be a trade
in this
down.
type of scenario. Obviously, nobody gets mock drafts right, but it's fun talking about it.
It
so,
is.
so in this instance, Justin Fields is still on the board. We passed on him.
You did, yes.
We passed on Trey Lance.
Yes.
Yeah.
We passed on Micah Parsons.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the obvious candidates, and then obviously we went with Penei Sewell over the second lineman, which I'm blanking on from Northwestern, but
Slater.
Slater, Rashawn Slater.
All right. Let's get into the second round.
Do you want to know who this guy took, or doesn't it?
Nope, we're not getting into that. We're building our own based on his little information. So
Okay, so
Let's-
we are the
so-
41st pick. In
yeah,
the sec-
maybe
of the
name a
second
couple
round.
beforehand so we kind of know our idea, and then name
Uh,
some guys that it could be.
So a few we have here: Elijah Moore, a wide receiver from Ole Miss; Terrence Marshall, wide receiver LSU; Ronnie Perkins, an edge from Oklahoma; Gregory Rousseau, edge from Miami.
Gregory Russo still on the board. Oh man,
Am I saying that? I'm saying that right?
Yeah,
aren't I?
yeah, you said that right.
Yeah.
Dylan Radnews, OT from North Dakota State. Rondell Moore from Purdue. Any names ringing a bell here? Any?
No, yeah, yeah.
Baron Browning, linebacker
Yeah.
from
That-
Ohio
okay.
State.
So that's
Javon Holland.
that's where my brain's going. Is if we take So I took Penei Sewell with my first pick. So I don't think you can go the first 2 rounds without addressing the linebacker position because of how important that is. I really like what I've seen from Browning. I think you take him. It's probably my pick's in. Baron Browning. He's a linebacker out of Ohio State. I love this guy. I feel like he's a fierce player that can really play in this league. Good size too, and good cover abilities. From what I've seen,
he's fast. He's big. He's a big play guy.
Yeah.
Gets a little over aggressive, which in college is to be expected.
Yeah, I really like that. And he's a starter on this team. I think pretty much right away. So that's where I'm gonna go.
Some of the names that are off the board at this point, we have Asante Samuel Jr., cornerback out of Florida State, I think, right? I don't know. He went in the first round. I'm high on him. Rashad Bateman's gone. Kadarius Toney, wide receiver, gone out of Florida. Travis Etienne.
Kadarius Toney was the interesting one. I think if he was still there in the second round, I might take wide receiver. But I also feel like you can get value in later.
And then Nick Bolton is linebacker out of Missouri. He's gone. He was the pick right before the Lions at this point. So I just wanted to throw some interesting little tidbits in there.
Yeah. So do you guys know who you're going with here?
I think I do. My pick is in. With the second round pick, the Detroit Lions select Terrence Marshall, wide receiver out of LSU.
Interesting. So even with both the Moores available? You said both the Moores are available, right?
Rondell Moore
and what is it? Elijah Moore?
Elijah, yeah.
Interesting. What do you like about or not Elijah Moore? What's it?
Yeah, it's Elijah Moore out of Ole Miss.
Yeah. So you like this other guy better?
I think Terrence Marshall has more physical upside.
Okay.
And he's played the slot, he's played outside, he has way more versatility long term in this offense. I think Rondell Moore is very limited. He has a very specific role within an offense. I think long term we have no long term solutions with wide receivers at this point.
Yeah.
So I think Terrence Marshall gives you that well-rounded wide receiver that could shine in the NFL. I think his game translates.
Okay. Nice. Micah, who you got?
Pick is in. I'm going to go with Baron Browning as well.
Nice. I think that's a great choice, Micah.
I think so too.
Is that just because it was your?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
And I think it was a good one.
I think he just.
All right. Let's jump down to the third round. Maybe throw some names at it.
Very cunning. Very cunning. 72nd.
77 or 72nd.
72nd. Thank you for that, Ryan.
Now he's on it.
Let's see. You have a lot on this one. Davion Nixon, defensive line from Iowa. Tylan Wallace, another wide receiver from Oklahoma State. Jalen Mayfield, OL from the
University of Michigan.
The yellow and blue.
Frick, man. He's still there, round 3.
See, that's where I'm like, maybe I should have took someone else with 7.
Guy with a cool name, Chaz Surratt.
Surratt.
Oh, yeah, he's good.
He's a good linebacker.
Chaz, gotta love Chaz.
Yeah.
Quincy Roche, edge from Miami. Kenneth Gainwell, a running back from Memphis. Kyle Trask, quarterback from Florida.
Interesting. All right. So basically what I was planning on here is if we didn't get Penei Sewell, a guy like Mayfield or even Little. Is it Gregory Little out of Stanford? If one of them were available, and we didn't already have Penei Sewell, they would be worth taking a chance on.
Gregory Little went to Stanford?
I think that's where he went, isn't it? I could be wrong.
No, because I think he started at Ole Miss. I guess he transferred.
Okay.
Interesting.
And I could be wrong on that. I'm not too. I know he got hurt or something like that. I don't know.
Listen,
doesn't
I'm
matter. I did a
ready to
little
go.
reason. Yeah, go for it.
My pick is in.
I know where you're going.
Well, listen, this was
me too, because
my.
you told me.
No, this was my plan going into tonight was to take an offensive lineman mid-round. So I'm going Jalen Mayfield. It's a match made in heaven. It's going to sound stupid because I'm a Michigan man. I'm going to pick Jalen Mayfield
because he's wrong with that.
I think
he's a dynamite option.
It's great value
in round 3, and that's where I think you build a team or help build a team is these mid-round picks for your offensive line. Honestly, that's where I'm going.
Ryan, do you know who you're going with yet?
I just want to say, Micah, that's a really good pick. If you
I
get
agree completely.
Jalen Mayfield in the third round, he's flexible, right side, left side. He's a big body. He's got stuff to work on, obviously, and he gets beat.
But he's going to have that time. He's going to go to the right side.
Yeah.
And be a really good right tackle.
And
for,
even
for
if
the
he
Lions.
learns for a year, I mean, so be it. That's a pretty good talent for a third round pick. I do know who I'm going to go with. My pick is in. Now, I'm struggling a little bit because I think Rashad Weaver, edge out of Pittsburgh, is still available right here, and I think he's very, very underrated in this draft. I think he could be a first-round talent. However, I'm not going with him. I'm blanking on the guy that I was going to go with, though. Hold on. Oh, yeah. Okay, all right. I am going to go with safety out of Syracuse, Andre Sisco. Have you watched tape on this guy?
Oh, yeah. That's exactly who I had circled, and that is exactly who I was going to take my picks in as well.
Yeah.
So,
is he on the board here?
So, yeah. Yeah, he is. He's got to be.
Yeah, he's on the board.
He's got to be.
All right. What I like about this guy is, so correct me if I'm wrong. I've done a lot of, I've tried to do a little bit of
guys
I'm
both
proud of you.
watched.
I'm proud of you.
He
dove in.
looks amazing.
Yeah.
On tape. But did he get injured or did he opt out?
Of the 2020?
I feel like
he opted out as far as my knowledge, at least. That's what maybe an assumption.
Sorry, nope, he did play. He has stats in 2020. He got hurt. So I think he tore his ACL, actually, if I remember correctly from what I was reading.
Okay,
and again, I've read a lot. But that's the reason why he's dropping. He was unbelievable. His stats are there. His body's there. Like, he's the perfect fit, and you don't need him to come in and play right away. You have good safeties. He's going to come in, heal up, and learn. Decent safeties, I should say. Not deep, but you're there. And you got to address the secondary. So that's what I'm going with.
I think the drop-off after Cisco in this draft for safeties is big.
Yeah.
So there's only a few that are worth taking in the first couple rounds, and really none in the first round. I think they're all basically in the second round, third round. But Cisco is probably the most talented and at the highest upside out of all of them. So if you can get a guy like that who would be great in this defense as a playmaker, he's a ball hawk, and he's big enough to tackle, and he's fast.
That's what you want.
And he can guard. Yeah, he's a one-on-one type of guy who can also cover deep and help in the run game. I just think he's too well-rounded to pass up in the third round.
That's a great value there.
For sure.
Value.
All right, let's get down to the third round pick for the Lions. So you kind of have two picks here. You got the late third. I think it's the comp pick that we got. It's the Rams comp pick that they traded to us with the Stafford deal, and then we jump over pretty quick to our fourth round pick. So maybe let's start with that third round pick, Kyle.
You want to pick 101?
I'm not sure what number it is.
Oh.
It should be at the bottom of that page there.
Usually you know all that stuff. I'm just saying.
I'm not good at that.
No?
Yeah.
No. Okay. Okay. We have Milton. It keeps hitting right on that time, doesn't it? Milton Williams, DL.
Okay.
Is that not working?
I've touched it 42 times.
There we go.
James Hudson, OT from Cincinnati. Derek Barnes, Purdue. Hunter Long, a tight end from Boston College. Robert Rochelle, a fun name to say. Cornerback from Arkansas State. Dwayne Eskridge. Is that right? Yeah, from
He's still
Western.
available?
He's on there still, yeah.
All right.
Wide receiver?
Wide receiver out of Western Michigan. The dude. So, all right. The way I look at this pick is we've addressed in my mind. We got Penei Sewell, Baron Browning, and then who was my third pick? I don't even remember.
Cisco.
Oh, Andre Cisco.
Cisco.
So you're kind of working on the defense here, and you got the offensive line. I like where we're going. I like the way it's being built. You can't have a full draft without wide receivers. This is the perfect time to strike and hopefully strike gold. So my brain is this third round pick and fourth round pick could both be wide receivers if the right guys are there. I love Dwayne Eskridge. The way I look at it, my pick's in.
I got distracted.
You go speed guy or you go big guy, basically here. I'm going with the speed guy first. I think he is more intriguing to other teams, and I think that's the type of guy you want. I feel like he's perfect for what the Lions are trying to do. He won't get pushed into it right away. He'll be able to learn. So Dwayne Eskridge, wide receiver out of Western Michigan. Speed.
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 Speed and space.
Yeah, that's what I like.
Works good.
All right, my pick is in. I'm gonna go with the corner out of Arkansas. What's his name?
State. Robert Rochelle.
Yes. Yep.
Any reason?
Nope.
Can we expand?
It's
Oh, okay.
just it's addressing that need.
Just want a corner. Just want a corner.
Couldn't tell you anything about Robert.
Robert. I like to say.
Robert.
Robert. Don't worry about that.
me and Ryan just shared a moment over
Yeah.
here. Okay.
Not personal. Don't ask any questions.
Sam, can you be in the moment and off your phone, please?
I'm looking up players,
You got
man.
called out. You got
Listen,
called out.
I don't have a list to go off of. I don't know any of these guys.
Yeah.
No idea.
That's it. Yeah. Every time you guys talk about football, it's funny.
All right, my pick is in. I think this is where this guy belongs, and he's still available, and he might be still available later on. But Dylan Moses, linebacker out of Alabama.
Nice.
That's a good.
I think he has way too much upside to pass on, and I have not addressed in this mock draft. I have not addressed linebacker, and it's one of the areas of weakness for this Lions team.
Yep.
And I've kind of gotten away from the defense a little bit in the first couple rounds. So going safety linebacker combo in the third round, I just feel really good about that.
No, that's not bad at all.
I like it.
All right, so we got a 4th round pick.
4th round, 112. That would be.
Okay.
And actually, according to this mock draft, Dylan Moses is still on the board here.
Okay.
Oh, he is.
So yes. So that's linebacker Alabama. Michigan boy Cameron McGrone.
Ooh.
Another linebacker still on the board.
He's an interesting one.
Yeah, he is interesting.
Marco Wilson, cornerback out of Florida. There's another Michigan guy here, Nico Collins, wide receiver. Running back Trey Sermon from Ohio State. Cornell Powell,
300 guy.
wide receiver from Clemson.
Okay.
You got some good guys there, right?
Yeah. All right. So I don't want to address running back. As enticing as he is, I don't want him. I don't want to take a running back when you have so many other needs, especially on the offense side of the ball. Like I said earlier, if you have the wide receiver there worth taking, you take him. I took a speed guy here late in the third. I feel like go with the more prototypical, bigger
lanky
guy, the guy that's built for the NFL.
Yep.
And could be not a Kenny Galladay, but I mean, having a guy like true NFL players throwing him the football and a true offense built around him. My pick's in. And I'm a slappy here. Nico. I'm taking Nico Collins in that way.
I mean, I think we all saw that coming.
Yeah,
There's
that's
nothing
fine.
wrong with that. You get a hometown
So I went
boy.
back-to-back wide receivers.
I thought you'd go Dylan Moses, honestly.
Did you?
Yeah.
I really
would.
like. I mean, I also got a linebacker.
He's still there?
I got the linebacker in the second round, so that's why I didn't really want to do that. But wouldn't have been a bad way to go. Anybody?
Who'd you get in the second round?
I got Baron.
Oh, yeah. Browning.
Baron Browning.
All right, my pick is in. I'm struggling with this one. I think there's probably a better pick, but in the middle of this draft, loading up on a position of need is kind of key, and I am going to double up on linebacker here. I'm going Pete Werner out of Ohio State.
Okay.
Ooh, interesting.
So I have Browning. You have, what was his name? Sorry.
Werner. Pete
Werner.
Werner.
And there's another one. Justin Hilliard is another big linebacker coming out of Ohio State. I mean, are they really just that deep in that position?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, they are.
That's why Michigan can't beat them.
I think Werner probably fits.
It's not just that.
I think Werner probably fits a little better than Moses in a 4-3 defense too. I think that's where the Lions are going with this whole thing. So he's going to be flexible enough to play in multiple positions, and that's why I like him. It's more of a fit thing with the Lions defense where they're going to be going. I think Dylan Moses is more of the higher upside. If he's got the physicality that you'd want at the linebacker position, but he might not fill the need of the team. So I don't know. It's like between the two of them, one of them's going to stick. And in middle of the mid rounds at this point with a position of need, I don't know. I think it's worth it.
That's what a lot of people got to remember when you're in a draft and you've got serious needs. There is nothing wrong with picking multiple from the same group. Not at all. Back to back, whether it's split, top half, bottom half of the draft, you got to do it.
Well, I feel like linebacker is that position that's so much about reading defenses, learning as you go. So just because you don't work out as a rookie doesn't mean you're not going to work out later on.
Linebacker, corner, and wide receiver.
And
You
so,
can draft multiples.
Yeah, so I feel like if you get a couple, we've got a few linebackers on a 1-year deal right now. If they can learn something from those pros that know what they're doing,
Right.
that the coaching staff brought in on purpose,
Right.
then going forward on a rookie contract, you might get something out of them in year 2, 3, 4.
All right.
Perfect. My pick is in. This one to me is easy. I want to give Jared Goff another weapon. I'm going Nico Collins again. He's a big body. He's got good hands, yards after catch.
I'm wondering if he goes earlier than what people are saying, like projected, because he's opted out. It sounds like people are kind of holding that against some of the mid players. He's got the NFL body, right? The dude, and he's proven to be a pretty good wide receiver when he had a decent quarterback throwing the ball. Bad quarterback throwing the ball, like nowhere near Jared Goff, unbelievably. But
He's got some production, to back him up, but he doesn't have elite traits.
okay,
And that's what's missing. I think a lot of these sleeper guys in the second or third round, you're going to find have one elite trait, and that's something Collins lacks.
Collins got physicality.
He
and
does.
he's
Physicality
an
and good
athlete.
hands.
Like I think he's a rich man's Quintez Cephas, because Quintez Cephas looks so unathletic on the football field sometimes, but then also he makes some stinking catch. And I feel like Nico Collins is head and shoulders above a Quintez Cephas.
I want you to watch some of his tape of Nico Collins. He's a little sloppy. He relies on his athleticism and just going up and getting the ball. He's not a solid route runner.
Okay.
He doesn't create separation with his route running. He was the safety net where they'd throw it up to him and he'd make a good play.
Yeah, and that you can't.
Because of
I
his
mean,
length.
you can teach that type of thing. Is the way I look at it. And you get a coach like kneecap biter, he's gonna learn that.
Chomp.
So like that's where like I feel like that's something that can be taught. Catching the ball is more something that can't be taught, and it's just natural ability. His athleticism's there, his size is there. If he's not a good route runner,
I don't think it's a bad, especially
can learn. Yeah.
fourth round. We're
Yeah,
talking about.
exactly,
I think what you guys are saying makes complete sense.
all right. So let's move down to the last pick for the Lions here in the 5th round.
5th round, pick 153. You could go wide receiver again in Cade Johnson, South Dakota State. Tay Gowan, a cornerback from UCF. Is this Chuba Howard?
Chuba Hubbard.
Sorry, Hubbard. Yeah.
Chuba,
Still
running
available.
still there.
Still there.
A lot of injury stuff.
Sean Wade, quarterback safety, Ohio State. Adrian Ely. Who else is here? Justin Hillard, they're from Ohio State. Janarius Robinson from Florida State. You have this weird note down here, Sam, from Tariq Black.
Tariq Black.
Tariq Black. Why is he down here?
Because he wasn't on the draft, mock draft at all. But I thought he's just a
How about
funny
this?
on there.
4-time winner of a shattered ankle award.
Yeah.
I'll pass.
Is that what he? Oh, he's not.
Yeah, I mean, I just
Ryan
I
just
thought
gave
it
him a
was
hard
worth-
pass on that one.
he was definitely worth bringing up.
So you just
did you say-
manually added him?
Did you say was Kerry Vincent available?
We talk about like a freshman year.
So I want
Tariq
to
Black?
go corners. I want to go corner. That's my thought based on the way my draft's laying out.
No, he is not. He is off at pick 151.
But you said Tay Gowan and Keith Taylor are available?
I said take going. What was the other name you said?
Keith Taylor? I guess it doesn't matter because
He is there, yes.
Sean Wade is the interesting one.
So I'm going my pick's in. I'm going to go cornerback Tay Gowan out of UCF Knights. So he did not play in 2020. And it might have been to injury, it might have been opt-out. I don't know. I get all of these guys confused. But what I liked about this guy is he put up some really good numbers when they were a good football team. And the only thing you don't know about this guy is the lack. Like, he doesn't have any experience. He played in one year total, so it's kind of a flyer. But I like what I saw with the highlights, and I think he could be a really good fit and kind of learn and just be that extra guy. Like, he's not going to be a starter, but I don't think you need a starter when you have a Warrior and a Kuda developing. I think he's just a good complement guy that can play in this league. So that's where I'm going.
Go ahead, Ryan.
All right, my pick is in.
That's what she said.
I wish I had my comment on Mike.
Darn. I'm going to go with Sean Wade out of Ohio State, another Ohio State guy. He's 1 year removed from being a first, second round pick.
Yeah.
And I know he got torched. He really did. He got torched in some big games against some really good competition. But, I don't know. You're talking about college athletes that are allowed to make mistakes every once in a while. And I think a lot of his was just being overly aggressive, and then getting beat on it. So when you're overly aggressive and a quarterback misses the guy, that doesn't count against you. But he was getting beat against Clemson. He was getting beat against Alabama. He was getting torched against some really good competition where they're going to make you pay for every single mistake that you have.
Yeah.
Which, again, will happen in the NFL. But I think there's more for him to learn, and there's more upside than you would find in a standard fifth-round pick.
All right. Micah.
Pick is in. I'm going to second Ryan on that one. I want another corner, late round corner. He does have talent. He's gonna be a little bit of work, but he's got good upside. So that's what I need in my draft.
Nice.
I will say, fifth-round pick I could have gone with, like a runner-up, is Rodarius Williams, cornerback out of Oklahoma State.
Okay.
Rodarius Williams. Seriously, look up his name. He shadows wide receivers. He's one of the best cover guys in this draft. And I'm not saying that lightly. I've looked at cornerbacks because I feel like that is a position of need to make the depth, because
you definitely need
guys will get injured.
Depth is so important.
So Rodarius Williams, he is elite. He has an elite trait of sticking with wide receivers and knowing what they're going to do before they do.
All right. So real quick, I wanted to. You can just cut. Don't worry about resetting the music here. Like let's go through our draft here. So I'm going to tell you guys mine, and then you guys can share yours as well. And if people came up with their own doing this at home, please jump on our live stream video and just make sure that you share who you took with those same picks. You
picked and took at the same time. Yay. Good,
all right.
Good word, Sam.
So my draft was first round offensive tackle Penei Sewell. Second round was Baron Browning, linebacker out of Ohio State. Third round was Andre Sisco, who is the safety out of
Syracuse.
Syracuse, thank you. My third round pick was Dwayne Eskridge, wide receiver out of Western Michigan. My fourth round pick, Nico Collins, wide receiver out of Michigan, and then Tay Gowen, who is a corner out of UCF.
Nice.
Question: do you feel good about your wide receiver group there? I mean, getting Nico Collins and Eskridge?
Not really, no. I mean, I
So is that looking back in your draft now, do you wish you would have invested earlier in wide receiver? Because everybody knows that's what the Lions need. It's a position of need.
So basically, I don't think you take wide receiver in the top 10. Like that scares the crap out of me. And maybe I'm just a jaded Lions fan because you've failed on 6 of them and you hit on one.
Mike Williams, Roy Williams.
Yeah, exactly.
Charles Rogers.
Like it just
Which guy shot himself?
That was
Charles Rogers.
Charles Rogers. Yeah. Did he? That was Plaxico Burress, I think.
That's Plaxico.
That was a Sparty.
Michigan State guy.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm sorry. Yeah, there was a
Both
gun
Michigan
thing
State
with
guys.
one
I
of
think
those
you're right.
guys.
Yeah, I think you're. Yeah. But okay, I don't hate my Dwayne Eskridge. I don't hate my Nico Collins and Dwayne Eskridge combination, but I know it's not high end.
Yeah,
I get that.
Yeah, there's not enough elite. Yeah.
But I also don't think we
Talent.
need it. The way you're building in the trenches with Penei Sewell, the offensive line is set like that. I feel like we have our running backs that can run the ball behind that offensive line. And then these wide receivers, they're a dime a dozen. Maybe one of these guys become a good NFL player. That's kind of
the
my
running
goal.
back? You said it's covered?
Swift.
Okay.
DeAndre Swift.
Yeah.
It is covered
He's
in my
good.
opinion.
Very, very good.
And we got
depth.
We'll
big
see.
time.
who did
Yeah.
we get from Green Bay?
They got
Jamal
Williams.
Jamal Williams as well.
Yeah.
So
Pumped about that.
I'm not a big fan. All right, so basically to kind of lay out, we'll talk a little bit about mine here. With Jalen Mayfield available at was it that third round? That might be a better way to go. So because the offensive line is actually pretty solid, you don't need the top guy. But I also love like Penei Sewell as a prospect. From everything I read, the dude is amazing.
He's so athletic,
And he's massive. He's a perfect fit. He's a future all pro left tackle or tackle in general. Jalen Mayfield, you don't know. He's very good. And I think he's proven that. But is he elite in this league? That's the question mark. If you can get an elite offensive line and you have this thing built, you don't have to worry about it for the next 2 years in the draft. Period. End of story.
Yeah,
that's where I would be like, I would lean towards Penei Sewell. I'm happy with that pick, and getting flyers on wide receivers because you can fill wide receivers.
So quick,
easily.
think of the big dude on the right side of our offensive line. Vaitai. Okay, so Vaitai was bad as a right guard last year. He was actually decent as a right tackle. He was decent as a right tackle.
Okay.
He was dominant in the run game. He was dominant. He was one of the best offensive linemen last year. Pro Football Focus rated him. If you watch his tape, he puts guys on. He pancakes them.
Yeah.
He puts them on their back. But in pass coverage, he gets confused. So the only thing I'm going to say about the third round
Jalen
Mayfield is that his dominant trait is also the run game. And pass protection, he can get beat. He gets confused. He does. He misses assignments here and there. And I think that is what Penei Sewell would bring to the table as a first round pick. Is he's strong across the board. He's a good run defender, but he's a great pass protector.
He's going to make that right side of the line 10 times better.
And I just think if you're going to bring in a new quarterback with a new system, that's the kind of talent that you would
Kyle,
be a great base.
Yes.
Can you look real quick while we're talking? Was Gregory Little available in the third round? Because I really like him too. I think he would be a pretty high end pick if he stayed healthy.
The first pick or the second?
No, I
pick
think
in
it would be
third round?
I think it would have been early in the early in the third round. What's
the guy's name?
Gregory Little. Greg Little.
I don't have my glasses on.
Ryan, can you find? I guess it doesn't matter, but I feel like I would even almost take him over Jalen Mayfield.
You're talking about Walker Little.
Sorry, Walker Little.
Give me the right name.
Sorry,
Stanford.
My bad.
If I could interject real quick, I was just reading about Charles Rogers. That's a tragic story of terrible thing.
He actually did shoot himself, didn't he?
No, but it's
no, Plaxico Burris did.
No, but
Yeah.
didn't he?
I think there was maybe.
Or did he die?
That's what I was thinking of.
Charles Rogers died, right?
He's dead. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like.
It wasn't a gunshot wound.
No,
No,
it
it
was
was
like opioid
overdose.
addiction.
Oh,
and-
was it? Okay.
Dose.
Overdoy.
That was a Sam slip right there.
I thought he nailed it.
I thought he nailed it.
I heard it.
Very tragic
I'm
story.
telling you, he did not nail it. He just died of overdose.
It was an overdoy.
Yeah. So all in all, I really like my draft. I feel like offensive line is great, and I mean Baron Browning could be a really good piece. I feel like he's a Jamie Collins in the making type player. Could be completely wrong on that, but
Could be. Probably.
all right, Ryan or Micah, you guys can go over.
I
yours
do
quick.
like your Browning pick. I think it's a decent second round pick.
All right.
Go for it, Ryan.
I'll go. My first round pick was Penei Sewell. Again, I just think you're sending a message to your team if you're going to invest in your offensive line with the first round, and it's something that would back up what you kind of talked about in your press conference. Second round pick, wide receiver out of LSU, Terrace Marshall. I think it gives you more of an elite trait out of your wide receiver group and a go-to guy that can play in the slot or on the outside. Third round, safety out of Syracuse, Andre Sisco. Again, I think he's one of the best at his position, which is key. I always think about positional need because even if a guy is dropping, like this is a bad class for safeties, doesn't mean that they're bad players. It means that they're maybe being undervalued compared to other positional groups. So Andre Sisco, safety. The second third round pick, Dylan Moses, linebacker out of Alabama. Again, I think it's more of he's physical. He could fill a need right away. He could stick around for a few years and just see if it works. He could become dominant. He could become a bust. I don't know, but it's worth a third round pick in my opinion. You have two of them. And with the fourth round pick, I have Pete Werner, linebacker out of Ohio State. Again, he's more of a speed guy. I think he can hold up size-wise. But he's a fast linebacker that can make plays, and he's just reliable. He's probably the most reliable linebacker out of Ohio State last year and over the last couple of years. And maybe not as much upside as like a Browning, but you don't always need upside with that positional group. You do need somebody that is reliable and will prevent big plays from happening. And then 5th round pick, Sean Wade, which I'm already regretting. I wish I would have taken Rodarius Williams, cornerback, because I didn't actually remember his name at the time. But
Sorry, who was it?
I took Sean Wade, 5th round pick, cornerback out of Ohio State again. I wish I would have taken Rodarius Williams, cornerback out of I think Florida State, right?
Do you think the actual GMs get that?
Travis.
Where they
Yeah.
Where like they're like,
No.
Like 15 minutes later they're like, should have got that guy.
I think they're probably torn. They probably get there because they're torn between players, and maybe they feel like they made the wrong pick.
Yeah.
But we were working out of either top of mind or something that you read recently, so it was tough to go down and maybe miss a guy that you had circled. I really do have Rodarius Williams circled. I think a late round cornerback, I think he's going to be a steal. He's got a talent to stick with wide receivers that's very rare.
Where is he out of?
I believe it's Florida State. Let me look it up.
Yeah, look that up while Micah gives us his.
First round, I went with Devontae Smith, wide receiver out of Alabama. Second round, I echoed Sam with the Baron Browning, linebacker out of Ohio State. I think a linebacker is a glaring need for Detroit. But third round, the first pick, I went with Jalen Mayfield, offensive lineman out of Michigan.
Again, really great pick.
The cornerback from Arkansas, I just don't know his name. Robert
Robert
Roberto.
Robe or something like that.
Roche. I don't know.
No, Roche is the edge out of Miami.
You are.
Yep. Okay.
Russo, you mean?
Yep. Okay. Russo.
No, there's a Roche too.
Yeah,
There's
Roche.
another. There's a Roche.
Yeah.
Okay.
Robert Rochelle,
Rochelle.
cornerback out of Arkansas State.
That's who I'm going with. The
guy.
cornerback.
He's actually, he's pretty good.
That's the guy.
Fourth round, went with Nico Collins to kind of bolster that wide receiving corps out of University of Michigan. And fifth round, I went with Sean Wade, cornerback out of OSU, and I do not regret that pick.
Nice.
Yeah, again, Sean Wade, 5th round is kind of a no-brainer. I think that's too far to fall. I get falling, but he's got too much upside to fall that far. Quick update, Rodarius Williams, cornerback out of Oklahoma State, not Florida State.
Okay. Good to know.
One of those state teams.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that was a really fun way to kind of build it because you don't know who's going to be available. Like I said, I mean, if I knew Jalen Mayfield was available or Walker Little in the third round, I might not have taken Penei Sewell and go with the wide receiver. And it just changes the whole landscape of the draft. It's crazy how
it sure does.
One pick, really the first round pick, changes your mindset moving forward. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I mean, do you guys have any thoughts of who had the best one? John, I don't know if you have any thoughts. I mean, you're kind of a quarterback. You're a Justin Fields guy, so you're probably just going to say all of you failed.
I didn't hear Justin Fields' name mentioned today.
A lot of Ohio State guys would know Justin Fields.
Everybody.
What about Jamar Chase? I know he went earlier than the 7th
I think he
pick,
went
right?
before
in this draft.
Yeah.
Too early.
Whose draft was this? Do you have that on the sheet? I think it was.
Oh, you specifically said.
I think it was on the last sheet. I put it at the very
Ryan
bottom.
Wilson from
Ryan
CBS.
Wilson out of CBS. Yeah.
I was thinking to myself, what school is that?
Mel
Like,
Kiper.
what? I was like, what?
CBS. You didn't read it.
What school
Did
is
you
that?
read
I
it?
don't know that
Did
one.
you read it as like an option?
No, I didn't
Oh
know.
man, that would have been
It's
awesome.
like an FBS.
That would have been
school.
really
Yeah,
good.
right?
CBS.
I think it'd be interesting to find
Connecticut Battle State?
other mock drafts that have Penei Sewell falling that far too, because I feel like a lot of drafts have him going before.
A lot of
7
them
and
do
3.
for sure, but I mean, you're seeing it more and more lately too because
If-
a lot of quarterbacks.
If he does fall to 7, I mean, I don't hate that pick, but Jamar Chase or Justin Fields, I'm cool with it.
I think ideally the Lions, you'd like Penei Sewell to be gone, and you'd like to have, let's say, 4 of the wide receiver options, and you can trade down. And if someone wants to come up, like I feel like Mel and Kuiper kind of did a dual one today, and
Mel
it had
and Kuiper?
Yeah, they so every other pick.
It's the same
They
guy.
do
Even I know that.
Sorry, no. What's the other guy's name?
Todd McShay?
Todd.
Todd
Todd.
McShay. So it's like they did like every other pick. So then it kind of lays out. But I
haven't
feel
looked
like
at that one.
I feel like
fun.
Mel had
hate
the
supporting
Patriots
ESPN.
trading up from the line to the Lions pick so the Lions would go down to 15. I think they had Micah Parsons still available at 15 too.
And honestly, Parsons at 15 with a trade down.
Steal.
I would take him.
Yeah,
Oh
so
my gosh,
I think what the return was obviously you get the first round, you get a second round, and then a first round next year, and I'm like,
that's
Holy
incredible.
cow.
see
value.
ya. Like, I would totally do
That's
that.
way too much. Nobody
Yeah.
would give that up.
Because,
No.
well, I mean, just think, if the Patriots moved up and got, let's say, Mac Jones, if that's who they
Mac
traded
Jones
up,
won't be there.
if that's who they traded
He
up to
won't.
get,
He's elite, guys.
or Trey Lance,
He's a
like, I
legend.
don't think they're coming in and winning. I
Team
feel like
Ryan.
that could be a really good first round pick next year if the Patriots do it, because I don't see the Patriots flipping a page and all of a sudden being really good, and especially in that division.
Guys, if I listed my top quarterbacks like player rankings, you guys would probably hate me. But I'm going to be right in the end.
John, if someone was holding a gun to your head, whose draft would you pick? Because you didn't answer the question. You just went with Justin Fields and Jamar
He knows.
Chase.
He knows who would pick.
I have to go with Sam.
Yes! Let's go. Give him a little
What
hand.
the heck?
Yeah,
But
give him a little round of
terrible.
applause or something.
That's not how it
No,
works.
come on.
That's not how it works.
You don't control the board, I do.
You guys shouldn't have even asked for a round of applause.
Well
that,
done.
That wide receiver out of Western, though, he plays punt return, kick return, too. I mean, he could be a dual threat kind of option for Detroit. And so, I don't hate that pick either, but it's not the ideal wide receiver situation.
Yeah. I don't know. I like where my draft's at as well. I like all your guys' drafts. I think everybody did a good job. Let's give everybody a round of applause.
Alrighty.
But we got
Find it real
What-
quick.
Thanks.
I don't know. We're kind of moving right along. I don't know where we're sitting with time, but I mean, we promised King Kyle's couple questions last week. We ran completely out of time. I think we have time for it today.
We
Can
talking about
can
Pistons at
Yeah,
all or
we'll do
no?
a few.
do you want to talk about the Pistons?
No,
before?
no. Let's get to
All right.
couple questions.
King Kyle's couple questions. I'm gonna set a timer for 7
go too
minutes.
long.
7 minutes,
Great.
good.
That's perfect.
Any beer left?
We do normally have. Yeah, get that man a beer, would you?
Yeah, here too.
Yeah,
You did,
Beer me.
and that's gone.
All right, Kyle, you take over, bud.
I will. We
Timer's
normally have.
already started.
We normally have music with this, Sam. Sam can't talk right now, but I believe we've been hit by some sort of trademark or copyright infringement on some of that music, and we were shut down.
Just
so,
play fight song.
You want me to
So
like,
we,
shout out to
so in the background, I'm going to play
Thank you.
Sam's surgery
For your
story
struggles.
from last
Amen.
week. Yeah. Okay, let's start. Let's reach one in here.
Yeah, so for the people that don't know, we just pull some questions out of the Stanley Cup behind Kyle, and we try to answer them and see what if we get put on the spot here.
Where would you choose to live if you had to leave this country? Now, this is right in Ryan's wheelhouse since he's
Since he's
constantly
been
out of the
everywhere
country
on vacation
when there isn't COVID-19.
been
So,
over a year, guys.
yeah.
I would. All right, is money's not an issue or anything?
I'm
right?
thinking not, right? Let's say it's
Yeah,
not.
definitely
It's
not.
not. Yeah.
I would go with like. Oh man,
I know where.
my brain goes right to vacation spots, but I probably would get really sick of the vacations.
Yeah.
So this is also a vacation spot.
Hawaii is
Hawaii?
in the United States.
I know. Oh yeah, crap.
I knew
I
it.
forgot
I
about
got
the
you.
Ohio State. Oh my gosh,
All right,
so many things
shut
going
the
on.
mic down.
All right, somebody else answer. I just about knocked the
All right.
beer over. This is going awful.
I'm gonna go with Greece.
Greece. Okay.
Greece. Oh, they're
all right.
bankrupt. Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Smart.
You could make a killing right now.
Yeah.
I don't mean like Mike is going to kill people. I just meant like
Let me have my happiness with my bankruptcy.
All right,
Okay.
all
right. Yeah.
Isn't Greece the? I don't know
What,
if
movie?
the Tom Cruise or not Tom Cruise. Isn't that where Tom moved or no?
No, Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks. Where did he move to?
Yeah,
Greece.
Greece.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm not going to Greece.
Oh, okay.
It's not an extradition treaty.
Dang.
You don't like Tom Hanks?
Holy-
No.
Just burst my happiness bubble.
Just crushed it. All right, where
Personal thing.
you going? Where are you going?
You know what?
You know the most countries probably.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm gonna go with Austria.
Austria.
I've actually never been to Austria, but the Waldart family is from
Sounds good,
Austria.
though. Yeah.
The Waldart family's from Austria. I just go back to your roots. How cool would that be? Like living
have
in the
no
mountains
idea.
again. I mean, I've been to the Alps, in Switzerland, in France, and I just feel like being in the Alps in Austria would I don't know. It'd
You'd
just
love
be
it.
awesome. It'd be
Yeah.
It's still one of the my bucket list items. I'd love to go.
Yeah.
All throughout Austria and just kind of explore.
I'd move to Cabo.
Cabo.
Yeah.
I'd go vacation too.
Yeah.
I don't. This. Whatever. No, yeah, okay. You've been there, haven't you?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, male watching.
That's a really interesting question, though. Like,
All
I
right.
don't know if I like my
Let's,
answer, but
let's move through them a little quicker here.
This should be quick.
All right.
In what activity, so let's say activity, sport, whatever it may be, would you like a lesson from an expert?
Golf.
Golf. I'd be golf too.
Yeah?
Survival.
It's like Bear Grylls or something. Is that his
Yep.
name? Grills?
mountain biking.
Kyle, what's yours?
I was thinking golf, but then I'm thinking big picture, and I think Micah might be onto something with survival. Like, it just seems trite to go with golf.
Yeah.
Who do you think is the most I'm going to pass on that one. What's your favorite
Spiritual or
quotation?
spiritual? Hold on.
My favorite quotation?
We already did it. See, Sam mixed the questions back in that we've already done.
Oh, my bad.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I don't have a
And that
favorite.
one was a bit of a...
That's what she said.
His favorite quote.
My favorite quote is, "You miss 100% of the shots you don't take." Michael Scott, Wayne
Michael
Gretzky.
Scott.
Yeah.
Ryan,
Anybody
any
have
quote?
one, or should we just move on? We can move on.
We
Just
got
move on to
2
the
out
next
of
one.
4.
We gotta
Nobody
be-
wanted
We
to
gotta be
quote?
quicker, boys. We gotta be quicker. We want to get some
Favorite
questions
This is
in.
quote?
rapid fire.
Yeah.
Which country did your
whale's-
family come from? Is he
Austria.
still trying to answer the
I
last one?
don't know. I think he's like 2 behind now.
Austria? You guys are from
Austria.
Austria?
Yeah. Right. That's what you just said in the previous
yeah.
question.
We're German, but like in Austria. Yeah.
yeah.
Micah?
Oh my God.
Mexico and the Deutsch.
The Deutsch.
Deutsche.
Yeah.
I'm like purebred.
Deutsche Bank.
Purebred Dutch here, fellas. If you could donate $1 million to a charity. See, we already did this one too. Which one would you choose? You mixed all my questions back together.
That's
I'm
true.
wondering if I just grabbed the wrong pile.
the used pile.
That's
Freedom
what she
Home.
said.
We did
Matt
that.
Boyd.
Which one?
Freedom Home. Matt Boyd.
We did that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever looked into that?
No.
He's like it's like a houses to sex slavery in
Oh,
Uganda.
Good for him. Matt Boyd does that.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
It's really
He's
cool.
been pitching
I
great
think it's
too.
Uganda. Could be
Good
wrong
for
with that.
him.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah, it's actually really cool.
Charity, Micah? What charity? He's going to go Wounded Warrior.
Boy, I
Matt
Sure.
Boyd won.
don't have a problem with that.
Agreed. Same here.
Yeah. All right.
Would you rather be a great musician, artist, or athlete?
Athlete, no question.
I mean,
Artist.
I kind of feel like I am a great artist already. So yeah, athlete.
He is. It's true. I've heard him sing.
Oh. Uh-oh.
You tried.
Musician.
There we
Musician?
go.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be a musician because you have to sell out to really.
Yeah.
Guitar.
Yeah. I would love to play the
Nah,
guitar.
just
I'd
do
love to
some
be able to play the
favors.
guitar. Yeah, I'm
It's
not.
not all
I don't
about
know.
money, boys.
I would love to be a great singer though.
Well, when you have kids, it is about money and family.
It's not all
Disaster.
about money.
It's more about family.
It's
It's really
if you
the
could
complete
change.
opposite, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What?
No, you're good.
If you could change one thing about your personality, what would it be?
I'm
Like one
perfect in every way.
personality trait. I could list.
I used to think of
I could
myself-
list 40 for saying.
I used to think of myself as like funny, and I just don't think I am anymore. Like I lost my sense of humor somewhere along the line.
You became like. You think you became like more cynical?
I'm more of a robot. Like I just don't have. I just have a normal answer all the time.
I wish I wasn't as sensitive as I am in multiple ways.
Oh, I was gonna say the
I'm
same
a
thing
very,
for you.
very yeah. Thanks.
Kyle, are you going to second
See,
that?
that's the kind of thing that just hurt my feelings.
right. Yeah.
Like,
And look, I'm getting funnier. So there we
yeah.
go.
Oh,
You guys are really working on it here together.
Yeah, this is going well.
Micah, what do you think?
No, I'm really content. Thanks.
He's overly content.
Man, I've got a lot for you.
Mine is confrontational. I'm
Yeah?
way too confrontational.
Really?
I thought you were gonna say you need to work on that. Like you need to be more confrontational.
Oh no, I need to be far less confrontational.
I feel like I need to be more confrontational.
What is one goal? We should probably end with this one because this might take a minute.
All right.
What is one goal you hope to accomplish this year? I'd like to make it more specific somehow, but I don't really know how to.
Make
So
$1
just
million.
something bigger that you hope to accomplish this year.
I mean, XRP to the moon.
I love it. There you go.
That's not a. That can't be something.
I don't want to talk about mine right now.
Oh,
What one thing you want? Why would you say then? I
is
don't
it
want to talk
podcast
about
related?
No, it's not podcast.
What's
Well, I
it
should
related to?
relate something to podcast.
It. No, what was the first one?
No, it's not important.
What? Why would he say I don't want to talk about
He
it?
said XRP to the moon, and I said no, and he said he doesn't want to talk about it.
No, his real one is what he doesn't want to talk about.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, what's the real one?
I'm not sharing that with people.
A goal from this year.
Just say more sex.
Yeah.
More sex is always better. Come on, guys.
mean,
Agree
better
with
than
me.
less.
You can't miss with that one.
You,
You can't.
there's always room
Let's
for improvement.
Let's do another.
I'm gonna
we-
I'm
Why are
gonna
you
do
so weird about this?
You know what though? Like I honestly, I've spent the last couple years really focused on like work and stuff, and I just felt like an obligation to do it. So this year I've been trying to focus more on family and enjoying my family time.
I like that. See, that was a great
answer. Ditto.
Great answer.
Ditto.
Don't just copy him.
I just did.
Who's the most optimistic person you know?
Ooh, that's an interesting one.
Optimistic.
My wife.
That is very interesting. Probably one of my kids at this point 'cause they don't understand yet.
They're so supportive.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's optimistic would be.
Say a name.
You know
I
what? Like,
don't even know.
yeah, it's hard because you almost have to like
You guys
break
are
it
brutal.
down.
I know this is going
almost
really
have to-
Sam
well.
is a problem today.
You almost have to break it down into segments, like of your life, like work related, or is it like personal life related, or I don't know.
I thought for sure Sam would say me.
I'm gonna say my mom. She's optimistic.
Yeah.
I got your message, Sam. You're good.
All right.
All right, well, this will be quick. What do you miss most about childhood?
Oh, geez, just playing all the time. I
read-
loved playing.
You
I
said
would
one
get
more, but I
really
wanted to go one more because I got.
All right, last one. This is the last one.
I have an 11-year-old
Yeah.
who wants to be old. You know,
Yeah.
she wants to. It'll come for all you guys too. So
Yeah.
you know, like, but she wants to have a phone and she wants to do this and she wants to be in middle school and then high school and it's like, and she's not over the top. She's a greatest, she's a sweet girl.
Yeah.
But, I'm like, I was just telling her, don't grow up fast.
Yeah,
Because
That's my 8-year-old. Yeah.
is really yeah.
Oh,
and
yeah.
she true because she's kind of been that way for a while even like, but it's like you're in the best years of your life.
Yep.
Like love it, girl. Just love it.
I sit and envy my kids. So obviously, my kids just play constantly with Ryan's kids because we live a stone throw away from each other. But I just sit and watch them. I'm like, man, those are the days.
Yeah.
And
Not a
I
care in the
love
world.
watching the kids do it, and I'm
Yeah.
glad that they are and that we can do it this way. But it's like, man, I just miss capture the flag or
Yeah. Kick
flag
the can.
football or
Do you guys play
tackle
kick the
football back
can?
then. We didn't do kick the can. We did something called pig pen.
Oh,
It's a little
Pig
different.
Pen.
Do you want to play capture the flag sometime?
I think we should.
I'm on
Alright.
board.
That would be cool.
We should teach the kids that.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
You guys got this whole
Holy
perfect neighborhood to
smokes.
do that in.
should. Dude, we can
Dude,
have
that is the new game
the
that we got to
road-
teach them. We'll get
The
breaks.
road is neutral
the
ground.
road is neutral.
Is your neutral? Yeah.
Oh yeah, this
Holy
weekend.
cow.
This weekend.
There you go.
I'm coming over.
Yeah, this is gonna be awesome. All right, no, that was funny.
That was a good ending.
Yeah, that was good.
Why stop saying A?
Well, I don't know what to do. I'm nervous, and you guys hurt my
All right,
feelings.
here's the thing. If you could go back, here's a separate question. If you could be great at, man, I don't even know how to phrase this question. If there was one, like injuries are no option here. If there's one sport that you could go back and do and just be great
Oh
at,
man,
what would it be? Because I mean, I honestly
Baseball.
don't know if baseball would be it for me. Like,
I don't think hockey would be mine either. Honestly, I would go with like, I would go with like golf or tennis, because if I'm
Really?
gonna be really great at something, I don't want to like rely on other people to prove that my greatness. You know what I mean? If I could really dedicate my time to an individual sport and just fully it, if it fully be on me, that's what I would want. So I'd probably go
Yeah.
golf or tennis, honestly.
Wow.
I just think it's underrated how sore baseball players are all the time. Like you just live in pain
Here we go.
Ugh.
because you're just throwing the ball. all the
What
time.
What Sam just say? Did Sam just say, "Here we go"?
Here we go.
The heck
I think there
does
was an
that
eye
mean?
roll in there.
I don't know what that means.
No, so I mean that is a
Because
good.
they run to first base.
No, I was gonna get out of here.
I mean,
That's farther 30 yards. Think about how many times a wide receiver actually runs 30 yards on the field.
I'm not talking about football.
All right,
but how many
anyways.
times does somebody
Anyways,
get laid out
I'm just
running
saying
to first
Micah's
base?
point is a good one because
like
baseball
this.
players
I like this a lot.
long term, like if you don't have to worry about pain or injury or anything, baseball's a great one. You're outside all the time. It's a great fun sport to play.
Like, you guys have got to be crazy. I don't know how many times at least you have mentioned it, and I've agreed with you and probably you that baseball would be literally the funnest team sport, dinking around in the dugout like these guys do in the majors.
That's
Out of the four major, I would 100% pick baseball.
Yeah. No, I don't.
Okay,
disagree
out of
with
What
four
you.
are the four
majors,
majors?
sure.
Hockey,
baseball,
football, and
basketball.
He's like, we're soccer.
I would not be a
Not
soccer
the world's
player.
game. Not the
No, I would not
But
be a soccer.
honestly-
Actually, soccer players, they get a lot of attention, which would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
But I'm
I do
also not
soccer
good
and
looking.
golf.
So do the looks come with it or no?
They,
really good.
Specifically
they do
baseball,
not.
Pitcher.
All right, then I don't care to be a soccer player.
Every
I'm kinda
fifth
with
day.
you on
wish
golf,
that
though.
God had
I feel
given
like golf
me
would be the best.
And you can
Just
play
that-
golf your whole life.
the ability
Yeah.
to pitch and pitch really good.
Every fifth day.
I would hate to be a pitcher.
I would too. I'm a position guy, but
I'd want to be like I would love to be a shortstop. If I played
I
baseball, I would want to be a shortstop
I
for sure.
loved being on the mound.
I haven't answered for a reason. But like,
Yeah, what
Guys,
what is your
you get on
mountain
a-
biking?
yeah, well, you get on a dirt bike, dude. Dirt bikes are so
Kramer?
fun. They're
Where's
so
Kramer?
It's so fun.
He's been talking to.
All right,
Kramer
I just
last
don't.
couple
I don't even know. I'm not even gonna answer my own question. All right, let's move on.
All right, well let's explain a little bit about Betting Hero. I think we should move through this pretty quickly here. But basically, Betting Hero, go to bettinghero.com, put in promo code MIBETS, and what they'll do is they'll lay out all of the best current promotions on all of the partnered draft. Well, betting sites, basically. I don't know why I'm struggling with this.
Like
so much.
DraftKings.
They bring
Like
them all
DraftKings.
to you
Like
in one
DraftKings,
site.
FanDuel,
Platform.
MGM.
Fox Bets,
Yeah.
all of
William
them are there.
Hill.
William Hill, so they're there. They'll
William.
show you the best promo currently. So then once you do,
WH.
once you sign up through MI Bets, you go use their website to go to their website, and we get a nice little bounce back, and it supports the podcast, and it's really good. But what they do for you guys is basically lay out all of the best
They find
promos
the money.
available.
They get
Find
all
the
the,
money.
all the
It's all,
promos.
it's all there. So Trav's pick of the week.
Wait, did you say our code?
MI Bets.
Okay.
Trav's pick of the week. So this one's a little out there, but he said his is taking the over on the
They always are
Detroit
with Trav.
Lions win total for the upcoming season. So I think it's at 5, if I'm correct on that.
Yep.
He's saying over the 5 wins. He feels like
Boy,
so,
what's the reason?
Remember this guy took UCLA? Why are we letting
The
him have
UCLA
have
And
a-
also
yeah.
the New York
and
Giants.
then
The
his
Giants.
Giants bet was pretty sad. So I mean, I'm not going to tell anybody to copy this one, but anyways, my.
But copy Sam's parlay.
Yeah, because those are over. My Wednesday parlay is
Parlay's
a
much
Tigers,
harder, though,
a
really.
Tigers
Yes,
sweep,
it is.
a sweep tomorrow. They're gonna win both games. So parlay those together, money line, get
Let's
a nice
go.
little payout. That's where I'm going there for my parlay. Make it fun with the the Tigers. So, what I wanted to talk about here with our Betting Hero segment before we get into our beer grades is a little bit about the over-unders. In what I wanted to really look at here is how they change after the draft. So, obviously, there's going to be a pre-draft over-unders, and then in a couple weeks, we'll kind of talk a little bit about how it's changed. So, Kansas City leading the way at their win total is 12. And then it kind of goes down from there with, obviously, the Tampa Bay. And I thought the Baltimore Ravens one was a little interesting at 11, just because you don't know how that's going to pan out. But Lions all the way down, so they have the second to least amount of wins in their over-unders at 5 that we already mentioned. I mean, really, I'm not going to name them all, but is there any over specific like that you're just like easy over here and kind of run with that? Anybody?
I think you could say Seattle, or not you, but I'm going to go with Seattle, 9.5. I think they could hit 10 wins. You don't know what San Fran's going to do.
Yeah.
I mean, they play them twice. They play Arizona twice. Who else did they play twice? Who's over there?
The Rams.
Rams.
Yeah,
I mean, they're probably going to split with the Rams. Could go over.
Rams.
But I think Seattle's
the one that scares me about that is the turmoil between Russell Wilson and the front office. It was an ugly offseason. I know that they're probably going to be okay. They're both professionals, so it's not going to be too big of a deal. But
Right.
it's tough, and it's
He's
a
got
tough
that cologne
division.
line going.
Very tough division as well. So that I don't know. I'm not saying you're wrong, but that's why that one doesn't stand out to me nearly as much.
Okay, my other one's Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh is
8.5?
over.
Yeah, Pittsburgh is kind of obvious.
Really?
Yeah.
That's the only one I would say.
People are they're kind of expecting them to go down, take a step back. Big Ben, in another year, he's probably over the hill. I get it, but I'm going to go with the Bengals. I feel like if Joe Burrow is healthy, with
Wait,
some of the
what are they at?
Where are they?
They're
Six
six
and a
and a
Oh,
half.
6.5.
Wow, you know
Pump
that's
the
kinda
over.
tough. Yeah,
Pump the over.
I mean
on that one.
that's assuming that Joe Burrow's healthy for a full season.
Sure.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna take the Bengals.
They're probably going to go offensive line and big wide receiver and draft.
Yeah,
I'm going to go with the
Hopefully.
football team. I think that's a very weak division. They could easily sneak into 9 wins or so.
Are they going to rename that team?
They're talking about it.
Not
I'm not
this
sure.
year, right?
Yeah, it's not going to be this year, but they're talking about it and asking like the season ticket holders and all that kind of
Oh.
stuff.
So they're going to be the team.
Yeah, the team. I'm taking the
Cool.
football team to go over 8 just because of how weak the division is. Obviously, I don't have their schedule in front of me, but
the Redskins. You're saying?
yeah, the Redskins, exactly. What about your favorite under?
Oh, I've got one.
All right,
Patriots.
where are they sitting?
Patriots are 9 wins right now.
So they're in
9
division
wins.
with the Bills, Dolphins. Who else is in that division? John's got
Is
it.
it Jets?
Jets.
the
Yeah.
Jets.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're right. It is
yeah.
the Jets.
I just don't. I don't see 9 wins at all. I really don't. Like, what's their avenue to 9? I think the Dolphins are good this year. I think they have a lot more talent than people give them credit for, and they're just going to continue to stock up. They've
Yeah.
got first-round picks. They have a lot of picks, actually, for the next couple of years. So I think they're a better team.
You don't think Belichick's offseason had done anything for you on that number?
Not
I
not
think
in
his
my mind.
offseason's overrated, personally.
Yeah, not in my mind. I don't think that he's really improved the team a whole lot. And they're still relying on
Two tight ends at that money doesn't make any sense either.
No, and they're not the right tight ends. I mean, I
No.
get Henry's good, but yeah, not that good.
That's fair.
Does he still have Cam Newton? as
He does.
quarterback?
Yeah, they got
Yes.
him back.
1 year,
Oh my
right?
gosh.
Yeah, I think that's a good one.
And that's my problem with it. He's
uh,
not a 9-win quarterback anymore.
And we're going unders now, right? Because
Yeah.
I had a.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Saints at 9.
a
Under
lot.
under 9. They're in salary cap hell. They lost Drew Brees. It is not going to be good. I just don't see it working. I don't see it working with what's that dude's the Taysom Hill or Winston, Jameis Winston. I don't see it working with either of those guys. I think Drew Brees is the heartbeat of that team.
agree
Similar
with
to
you.
similar to how Tom Brady was for the Patriots. We're going to learn that very quickly. It's a pretty tough division as well, I think. Maybe not. I guess I haven't looked at it in a little bit, but I guess it's not that tough. But you got the Buccaneers, Panthers,
Oh, it's tough.
and
Cardinals.
Well, no, that's so Buccaneers, Panthers, and Falcons. So it's not that tough, but I think Panthers
The
take a
Super
step
Bowl
in the right
champions are in
direction.
there.
Atlanta is actually better than what they looked like before. So I don't know. That's the one that stands out to me. Losing your quarterback like that is tough, and I'm gonna go under the 9. So it is time to grade our Michigan beers for this episode, but before we do, I want to once again remind everyone of our partner, Siciliano's Market. They are simply the best beer store in West Michigan, located on Lake Michigan Drive, right between Grand Valley State University's main campus and downtown Grand Rapids. Wherever you live in West Michigan, it is worth the short drive for what they have to offer. Whether you know what you want or you need some help from their expert staff, Siciliano's Market is the best place for that. They not only have a massive and up-to-date inventory of the best craft beers from across our great nation, they're individually priced so you can mix and match to build your own six-pack. Along with their great selection of craft beer, they have specialty wines, spirits, ciders, coffee, tea, tobacco, and cigars. They also have the largest selection of homebrew and winemaking supplies in West Michigan. We love that Siciliano's Market is part of the State of My Sports family and is who we visit to help us choose our Michigan beers for each and every episode. So please check them out and let them know that we sent you. All right, we're going to get into our beer grades, obviously. I was just like...
I don't know
even
what just happened.
No, I'm so confused. What did you need, Ryan?
I thought Mikey was telling me to have some of his beer. I'm like, yeah, I've got an empty
no,
cup right here.
Oh, sorry,
Here,
I was
it's
asking you
fine.
to try some.
That's
I don't have.
I'm going to toss
one.
it. I'm going to toss
Okay,
it.
all right,
Give it a
I'll
toss.
catch
Give it a toss. Give it a toss. Hi-oh. Came in
Have
hot.
them right in- you want another one, Micah?
See, this is like a trout.
Nah,
Isn't this
I'm
like a
good.
trout?
I'm good.
Yeah.
All right, so
Yeah, sure looks like it.
let's get into our grades.
Let's do it.
Ryan, you want to start us off? Remind everybody what you're drinking and
Yeah.
give it a nice little grade.
Blood Brothers IPA from Austin Brothers, which is in Alpena, Michigan. We love Alpena, Michigan. Anytime I get to support Alpena, I'm game. That's where I had my cottage growing up. Again, this is their IPA with trying to find it. This is with
Blood orange, I would assume?
yeah, blood oranges, giving Blood
Nice.
Orange Brothers a crisp and refreshing citrus nose and flavor profile. Anyways, went through 3 of these pretty easily. Yeah, very good. I'm trying to find the alcohol percentage because I don't even know.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's on there.
All right, this is a 7.2%.
So you're going to be
Whoa.
walking home.
I will be walking home
Lloyd
like
car.
usual. Yes. No, that's very surprising.
He says per usual.
Yeah, that's very surprising to me. It does not taste like 7.2. It's a very easy drinking beer. Really good flavor, and it's not overly. I think orange is so good in beer.
I agree, and I love that they're going with the blood orange because I feel like that's like the new thing. I know my Andrea buys them, or no, she buys something else. They're called something different. I don't know, but
Yeah, I don't know.
she did
called
buy blood oranges for
tangerines.
no.
Blood oranges are good.
They are very good.
Have
Very
you ever had the
flavorful.
raspberry oranges?
Yeah, that's the one that
Really
I was
good.
thinking of.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like somebody needs to make a beer with the raspberry oranges.
Oh, they will soon. Yeah, really soon.
Talk to Brett.
Anyways,
What, did you give it a grade or no?
yeah, well, what I like about the orange is it's not overly sweet. It gives that good flavor, but it's not like sugary, and I really appreciate that. So I'm going to give this an 8.2.
Ooh, very nice.
Really good, guys.
Sam, allow me to go next because I think I've got another pretty good score here. Farmhouse IPA from Waypost in Fenville, 6.0.
That's your
It's not a
grade?
good score, man.
No. That's alcohol content. Sorry.
Come on,
Sorry.
Kyle.
This is a good beer. It's 6.0, so it's very easy drinking.
This a good beer.
What were we talking about, Micah? It has a snappy finish. Is that what you're talking
That's
about?
what they said.
How
Yeah.
snappy is it?
It is. It's got some. I could use. I think I could use a little more hop to it, but it's very easy drinking. I like that. Would you go 8.2?
Yeah.
8.25.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
not happening.
Very good though.
I'm rounding up.
This is unbelievable.
All right,
this is going to be a
3.
this is going to be a very
That's what
good beer
rounding up
night.
would be.
This is good though. It's very good. Well, Sam, you taste a little nipper of this, didn't you? What'd you think?
I don't think I had. Oh no, I did.
Yes,
Yeah,
you
I
did.
guess I don't remember. I thought it was good. I don't remember though. Like, yeah,
It was literally 2 hours ago.
I've had a lot on my mind. All right,
Yeah, you've been very distracted.
those questions that you asked me were really tough.
You didn't answer a single one of them.
King
I don't know.
King Kyle Cup of Questions is done.
He's,
Not happening again.
Yeah, we're really bad at that.
Sam gets, if he wouldn't mix
get
the
very
questions we've
uncomfortable.
already asked.
You know what would be better if we had these questions ahead of time? It's hard to come up with them on the
Ooh,
spot.
we could do one
Well,
of
it's
those.
supposed to be like
Where you
like where we give
fun
it
and
thought.
upbeat and stuff, but then when I don't answer questions, I should be like,
That's the
kinda
thing. Like,
ruins that
it's
vibe.
fun and upbeat, but if you had them before, you'd have some
I'm going
like,
to change
long
my answer. Rodarius Williams, 5th round cornerback, and also
That's
baseball.
all Ryan can think about right now.
And also baseball.
And I want to go back to baseball.
It's probably a good thing you're not the GM telling the entire fan base, I really screwed up.
Yep.
Yeah,
No,
I
no,
should
we're
have.
doing it. We're changing it now.
I really blew it. This dude sucks.
Although that would have worked really well for recent Lions drafts. Go back to Aaron Donald. Nope, redo.
Yeah,
We want him.
we call him back.
Yeah. Did you give it a grade?
Yeah, 8.25.
8.2. Oh yeah, 8.3. That's right.
Didn't say
Micah.
8.3.
All right. I'm drinking My Kiss IPA from Blackrocks Brewing. It's an American
I
IPA.
screwed up my
It's
score
very
last week, too.
succulent. It's very succulent.
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 Ooh,
I
succulent.
don't like that word.
It's
I
kind of
love
strange,
it.
isn't
Yeah,
it?
I don't like it.
I really
Um,
enjoy
I like
it.
it.
This is a 7.5%er. It's got really, really good flavor, and I do not
These
see
are hot
anything
on
as
this
far
side.
as
Really like it.
what hops are brewed in here or anything, but I like the taste of it. I'm going to go with, and Kyle took my grade, so I'm going to go just a bump up. I'm going to go an 8.4.
Nope, I did 8.
I had-
He did 8.35.
I did
so-
8.25. Oh
2.5.
my
Oh,
goodness.
sorry. Yeah.
Oh,
God, I'm
man.
so mad at
We
him.
trying
I-
to do
I
round
had-
down to 5? You can't round down to 5.
I had picked an 8.3 to
Hitting
begin,
random sounds at this
and
point.
then he took the 8.25, and I see Sam wrote down an 8.3, so I'm going 8.4.
This is a good beer.
Congratulations, Blackrocks.
All right, so the last one for the day is I'm drinking lemonade beer. It is a light lemonade beer, basically. So 95 calories. I still cannot find anywhere the alcohol by volume, but
If you give me the can, I'll
it
find
doesn't
it.
seem like a lot. Toss another one.
Yeah, throw another one. I just want to catch. Because I love dirt biking so much.
Jerk bike.
I mean, it's good. It's a little too. Oh, here we go. It's a little too
Wrap
light.
it up, Sam.
It's
Funny is
definitely
you had
not
to
like
do that
summer
early
shandy,
good for you.
but it's
like a half hour ago.
it's good enough. It's good enough. I'm gonna go with a 7.7. Does that work for you, Kyle? Am I okay to do that? Is that
Yeah,
is that
give me
great,
my
right?
8.25.
No, I'm not doing that.
8 1/4.
It's gonna look. It's gonna
8
look
1/4.
terrible on the
8
Instagram.
1/4.
I need an
It's not
8 and
gonna
a
look
quarter.
weird.
It's
Eight
gonna
and a
look
quarter,
really
eh?
weird.
It's
But
gonna
that's
be
not the
funny
rule.
that
You
me and
can't
Ryan
do
were
that.
going back. Like I can
That's
do
not
whatever I
how
want.
it works. It's not how any of this works.
That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.
I wish I could push that button right
Take
now.
off,
You
hoser.
can't though. Sorry.
Oh,
I
can't.
can.
You hoser.
Yay!
Get out of here, you rubbernecker.
Take off now.
Anyways, that was episode 101. I had some fun. Again, throw some comments onto the video. We want to know who you guys are taking as the draft laid out the way that we talked about. So thank you guys for recording tonight. Really appreciate it. Well, thank you all for listening. We will talk to you next week from Second String Leather Company.
If not
If not sooner.
Boom.
Can't do that.
People like to tell me I'm gonna burn out soon, no, maybe worse. Running on coffee and 90 proof. Oh, but I ain't worried about the chorus, or even the second verse. As long as I'm breathing, I got nothing to lose. I'm looking 6 feet down, doing 27 over, and I don't quite give a damn. I was born with lead foot and rust up leather hands.
Thank you again to all our great sponsors, the House Brewing Company and Cafe, Siciliano's Market, Mac Web Design. Also, thank you to Paradise Outlaw for allowing us to use their music for our introduction, Detroit Hustle, and for our out 6 feet down.
And this is a shout out to all those people that are struggling with breast cancer right now, and all those survivors, and those that are just still battling, and those that didn't make it, and that the families that have to deal with that. And we thank you for your struggle. Amen.